Hi, David Illner, City Manager, here with things to know what's happening in Dorado. Today I'm standing at the train depot, which is located in the historic downtown district. One of the things that you have to do if you own a building in the downtown historic district is try to maintain the historic elements of the structures that you own. So the city actually recently did a project to paint the train depot. It was needing a little bit of a paint coat, and so we hired a crew to come down and provide a little bit of paint touch-ups to the depot. So if you can see, it looks pretty great. And so it's important in any structure, but specifically in the downtown district, to keep those buildings in good working order, but also to make sure they are maintained to represent the historic dimensions of the district. So the city's doing its part. We encourage building owners to do their part to maintain and preserve the historic tradition of downtown architecture in El Dorado. Speaking of preservation, the city is currently undergoing a maintenance project at the Civic Center. We are actually repaving the parking lot surface and actually expanding it to allow for more parking. We're also going to put up some additional electric poles in the Civic Center parking lot. So this may not be a very fun project, but it is definitely something that is much needed. If you've been to the Civic Center for events, you'll know that there were some pretty significant cracks, trip hazards, and the general surface of the pavement was deteriorating and needing to be replaced. So sometimes the city does projects that aren't necessarily fun, but that are definitely needed in order to keep our public infrastructure maintained and useful for a longer duration. So that's coming, and it's actually being done right now. And so be on the lookout for that, and very soon we'll have a very nice, flat surface for people to park on at the Civic Center. Last night the City Commission conducted a work session, and they talked about two topics of pretty importance to the community. First one was a review of the Industrial Development Marketing Plan. This strategic plan was put in place about a year or so ago and has been doing a lot of work behind the scenes in order to attract large industrial development to the community, specifically large industrial development that requires large volumes of water and large tracts of land and rail access. These are the El Dorado strengths that we feel make us naturally advantaged. So the Commission discussed that and got an update on the status of that, as well as began discussing the first phase of a lake debt plan. This will be a plan to address the outstanding lake obligations the city has with respect to El Dorado Lake. I'll be talking more about these two subjects in a future discussion, but I just want to let everyone know the Commission is discussing these and is developing strategies to address both of them. Speaking of the City Commission, they have a meeting on Monday. They have only 2 items on the agenda, but both of these items are very important to the community. One of the items actually entails several different things. The Commission will be reviewing several properties in terms of addressing them from a dilapidated and dangerous structures perspective. These properties include 624 North Atchison, 626 West Carr, 513 West 5th, 519 West 5th, 814 North Railroad, and 320 West Towanda. All of these structures have been identified by building inspections as being dangerous structures and will likely be condemned, and then the process will begin to take place for removal. Now, it goes without saying that even though the Commission may take action on Monday to condemn these structures, that is only the beginning of the process. It will likely take several weeks and potentially even months in order to get these properties finally removed. And the other thing that the city will be taking action on is a resolution authorizing the purchase and financing of a fire engine. Fire engine number 10 is actually needing replacement. It's gotten to the end of its useful life from a National Fire Standards perspective. And as a result of that, we'd like to move that vehicle into the reserve status, but to do so we'll need to acquire a new engine, and that will require some authority from the City Commission. Incidentally, the city is going to be issuing general obligation bonds later this year, and so what we're going to be doing is trying to wrap that financing into that bond issuance so it's a seamless financing for the city. So that'll be the 2 actions, well, multiple actions on the dilapidated housing, but in essence 2 topics the Commission will be talking about on Monday. One thing that'll be coming up very soon is we're going to be reintroducing the Your City Simplified theme show in September. What this show will do is it will allow us to talk about various city subjects more in depth so that you can learn about the intricacies of various things that are going on. For example, one of the topics we'll be talking about very early on in the reintroduction of the program will be the lake debt plan, so that folks can understand what we're talking about when we talk about lake debt, and also some of the challenges associated with that, and also some of the strategies the city's talking about to address that particular issue. So this will be one issue that we'll be talking about, as well as budget and finance. I've done a subject on sales tax. So if you have any ideas or you have questions about various subjects about why the city does something, please feel free to email me at ddillner, that's D-D-I-L-L-N-E-R, at eldoks.com with any thoughts or considerations that you might have so that we can put those into a future show. I'd appreciate any thoughts or comments you may have. So a couple of events are coming up that we're very excited to share with everyone. The Friends of the Library will be having their annual book sale August 25th through the 28th. So go on down to the library, shop their book selection, and if you're like me, walk away with a bag of new books. Well, a bag of used new books, but a bag of books nonetheless. This money then goes to help the library purchase new books for its collection for patrons to check out. So again, the Friends of the Library book sale is August 25th through the 28th. Check their website for more information in terms of hours and the costs and all of that. We also have our summer photo contest going on right now. So swing by the city's website at eldoks.com for more information. You can vote on the great pictures that people have submitted for potential inclusion in the city's calendar for next year. Finally, I'd like to talk about one other way you can engage with the city, and that is if you're looking for a career, why not check out the city? The city's got a number of openings right now, including assistant court clerk, police officer, public works maintenance worker, distribution and collections worker, and sanitation positions. Many of these positions, in fact, I believe all of these positions start at least $15 an hour. Many of them are actually above $15 an hour. We come with competitive pay and excellent benefits in terms of health plan and investment plan, as well as Caper's pension. So if you're looking for a job or know someone that is looking for a career, shoot them our way. We've got a lot of great opportunities. And so just go to our website, fill out an application today, and we'll be welcoming you to our team soon. That's all I got for Things to Know in El Dorado. We'll see you next week.